In the far northwest corner of North America lies a place of breathtaking mountains, endless forests, and some of the most valuable natural resources on Earth. Today, Alaska is one of the most important parts of the United States, but in 1867, many Americans believed Alaska was a useless frozen land. When the United States government announced that it had purchased Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million, newspapers and politicians mocked the decision. They called it a foolish purchase. Some people even called it Seward's Folly, a mistake made by Secretary of State William Seward, but history would prove them wrong. The land that many people laughed at would later become a place of incredible wealth, strategic importance, and natural beauty. This is the story of how a controversial deal changed the future of America forever. In the 1800s, Alaska was not part of the United States. It belonged to the Russian Empire. Russia had controlled Alaska for many years, but managing such a distant territory was becoming difficult. The journey from Russia to Alaska was long and expensive. The region was cold, isolated, and far away from Russia's main cities. Russia also faced a growing problem after the Crimean War. The war had weakened Russia financially and showed that protecting distant lands could be extremely difficult. Russian leaders feared that if another powerful country attacked Alaska, they might lose the territory without receiving anything in return. There was also another concern. At that time, Russia and Britain were rivals. Britain controlled Canada, which surrounded Alaska from the east. Russian leaders worried that during a future conflict, Britain could easily capture Alaska. Instead of losing the land for nothing, Russia began considering selling it. And soon, a surprising opportunity appeared. An opportunity that would bring Alaska into the hands of the United States. In the 1860s, the United States was looking for opportunities to expand its influence and strengthen its position in the world. One person who believed Alaska could become valuable was William H. Seward, the U.S. Secretary of State. When Russia approached the United States about selling Alaska, Seward saw an opportunity. Negotiations began between the two countries, and after careful discussions, an agreement was reached. On March 30th, 1867, the United States signed a treaty with Russia to purchase Alaska. The price was $7.2 million. At first, the deal seemed unbelievable. America had purchased more than 586,000 square miles of land for about 2 cents per acre. But not everyone was impressed. Many newspapers and politicians criticized the decision. They believed Alaska was too far away, too cold, and had little value. They questioned why the United States would spend millions of dollars on what they considered an empty wilderness. But William Seward believed the future would tell a different story. He saw potential where others saw only ice and snow. When the news of the Alaska purchase reached the American public, many people were not excited. Instead, they were confused and angry. At the time, America had just come through the Civil War, and many citizens questioned why the government was spending millions of dollars on a distant piece of land. Newspapers across the country criticized the decision. They called Alaska a frozen wasteland and believed the purchase was a waste of money. The nickname Seward's Folly became popular because critics believed William Seward had made a terrible mistake. For many years, Alaska received little attention. The United States had gained a massive new territory, but few people understood its true value. Then, something happened that completely changed the way Americans viewed Alaska. Hidden beneath the cold landscape were resources that would transform the future of the region. For decades after the purchase, many Americans continued to underestimate Alaska. But the land that people once called worthless was hiding incredible treasures. In the late 1800s, gold was discovered in Alaska and nearby regions, creating a wave of excitement and bringing thousands of people north in search of fortune. The famous Klondike Gold Rush attracted miners and adventurers from around the world. Suddenly, Alaska was no longer seen as an empty frozen wilderness. It became a place of opportunity, but gold was only the beginning. Over time, Alaska was found to contain enormous natural resources, including oil, natural gas, minerals, and vast forests. Its location also became extremely important. During World War II and the Cold War, Alaska's position between North America and Asia made it a key strategic location for the United States military. The land that was once mocked became one of America's most valuable territories. Today, Alaska is the largest state in the United States by area, covering more land than Texas, California, and Montana combined. It is home to incredible natural landscapes, including mountains, glaciers, forests, and wildlife found nowhere else. But Alaska is important for much more than its beauty. The state plays a major role in America's energy production, national security, and connection to the Arctic region. As climate change opens new possibilities in the Arctic, Alaska's location is becoming even more significant. A decision that was once criticized as a mistake became one of the most successful land purchases in American history. In 1867, many people saw Alaska as a frozen wilderness with little value. Today, it represents opportunity, natural wealth, and a reminder that the true value of a place is not always obvious at first. Every place has a story, and this was the story of how America bought Alaska for just $7.2 million.